Welcome to week 5. This video will have information about both weeks 5 and 6, so watch the end. It's a pleasure to watch your responses to Indian Tales as they arrive into our forum. Please remember to keep this conversation going this week by responding to at least 2 or 3 of the posts that your classmates have written or will write. Not all of them are in yet. Before I add to our discussion of Indian Tales, I want to remind everyone that our paper for our Reader's Guide to Jaime de Angelo's Indian Tales is due on Friday of week 6. Make sure you really study the guidelines for our Reader's Guide to Jaime de Angelo's Indian Tales, and do not forget to read the sample essay that is included to help you understand how you might weave the connections that you are making between de Angelo's work and other sources of Native American tales that you might use for this assignment into your paper. So it's a good paper, a great example. You're going to like it. Jaime de Angelo's Indian Tales is a remarkable collection of stories that draws upon the author's extensive experience with the Pit River tribes of California. De Angelo has been hailed by Ezra Pound, you probably read this yourself, as an American Ovid. And he's renowned for his amalgamation of fiction, folklore, tall tales, jokes, ceremonial and ritual, and adventures he uses to build that world that we've all been enjoying in Indian Tales. He lived for decades among the Pit River tribes, primarily actually right there on the water, near it. And he studied these 2 related languages, the Achu Maui and the Atsugui. Their oral tradition is rich with stories that have been passed down through generations, carrying the wisdom of their ancestors. In Indian Tales, de Angelo presents a series of stories featuring characters. As you have seen, there's Old Man Coyote, Loon Woman, Father Bear, so many. We all have our favorites. And these characters have their adventures and they reflect their lives and beliefs of the indigenous peoples of California. And you saw that very seamlessly woven in there. The stories in the book are not mere translations of the originals, but an attempt to create a magical world fueled by the power of storytelling. So, experts have noted that de Angelo's work is not a strict anthropological translation of Pit River tribes' stories. Instead, he borrows freely from the worlds of the Pit, Mohawk, Pomo, and the Karak. His intent was not to remain strictly faithful to original tales, but to capture the spirit and the essence. And I have been in sweat lodges where stories have been told, and he does it. However, there are instances where de Angelo's stories align closely with the oral tradition of the Pit River tribes. For example, the character of Old Man Coyote in Indian Tales is reminiscent of the coyote in the Pit River mythology, a trickster who often makes decisions based on whims, hunger, interest in women, all kinds of things. Similarly, the adventures of Father Bear, Mother Antelope, and Little Boy Fox also echo themes of interconnectedness and harmony in nature found in other Pit River stories. On the other hand, de Angelo does take certain liberties with the oral tradition. He infuses his own interpretations and embellishments into the stories, creating a unique narrative that is both engaging. I hope, I've actually seen some of your responses. I know you like it, some people. And it's insightful. His approach has been described as playful and imaginative, reflecting the spirit of the stories that he portrays. Jaime de Angelo's Indian Tales offers a fascinating exploration of the Native American oral tradition, particularly that of the Pit River tribes. While he takes certain liberties with the original stories, his work captures the essence of the oral tradition. And he actually shows how it works, like in scenes. And he presents it in a way that's accessible and engaging to a wider audience. His book serves as a valuable resource for those interested in understanding and appreciating the rich cultural heritage of the indigenous peoples of North America. And of course, we all don't get an opportunity to see this. So please know, we do not all have to agree on everything about his treatment of his source material. In fact, we won't. Now, I want to thank those of you who have called this week. Few of us have not finished reading. That's a message I've heard more than once. You haven't finished reading the entire book yet. Our quiz on this book won't happen until Tuesday of week 6. You can thank the people that called. Yes, there's a quiz. I have a reminder. First draft of our Reader's Guide to the Indian Tales paper needs to be taken to the Writing Center before you submit your final draft Friday of week 6. You'll add one paragraph reflection about your visit to the Writing Center after your Works Cited page. Remember, this paper is due at the end of week 6, so get your paper in. It's almost 2 weeks away. You're going to be fine. You've spent 1 week reading the source material. Anyway, you have a chance to integrate their comments into your final draft. So you want to do that first draft so you can make it better for a final draft. Okay. We have forums due this week on Wednesday and Friday. The Wednesday forum asks about how you plan to focus your work on your paper, and the Friday forum offers a section of Howard Zinn's A People's History of the United States for you to read and reflect upon as you respond to some of the questions about Indian tales. So, I just want to say we're halfway there. Yahoo! Everybody, have a great week 5.